Konnichiwa minasan, genki desu ka? I'm Dave, and today we are going to be taking a look at the legendary Headless Rider, Celty, from the anime Durarara. Now, Durarara is a really weird anime with a huge eclectic cast of characters that is set in Ikebukuro. Now, don't ask me what Durarara is about because I have no idea, despite having seen the first season. Now, Celty herself is a Dullahan from Ireland who has come to Japan in search for her head. Now, if you don't know what Dullahan is, that is just another name for the Headless Horseman, and Celty is the Headless Horseman, but in this world she's a really hot chick with a really awesome body. Alright, so here is Celty Unbox. First thing you're gonna notice is that Celty has no faceplates. Why? Because she has no head, of course. So let's go ahead and start with what makes Celty probably one of the most recognizable anime characters out there, and that is her motorcycle helmet. What's really cool about this helmet is not only is it extremely detailed, I love the cat ears on top, and it also has the blue markings right on the face. The actual visor does flip open so you can see what's underneath, and down there is like a little smoke effect. And this is just a really detailed helmet that's really cool, really shiny, really well made. Of course, among her other accessories, she has her giant black scythe. This thing is really cool because right on the blade it actually has a little silver, which is nice. It makes it look like the blade is sharp, but of course it's just a piece of plastic. She also has her motorcycle, which is really cool. Like I said earlier, Celty is a headless horseman, and her motorcycle is actually her horse in disguise as a motorcycle. Among her other accessories is a replacement for her torso, which actually shows her cleavage, which she likes to do in the anime. Celty is definitely a really sexy character, and she has another accessory in which you can replace her helmet with a little smoke part so that you can show her off without her helmet. This is how she looks in the anime. If she's not wearing her helmet, she just has like this black smoke effect coming out of her neck. I do want to mention that if you pre-ordered from Good Smile Company, you actually got a heart-shaped smoke effect as a pre-order bonus. I got this off AmiAmi, so I didn't get that smoke effect. Just know there is another bonus piece out there if you're going to try and look for her. Other than that, she also has a PDA, and this PDA is what she uses to communicate with people since she has no mouth and no way of speaking, and she has various leg pieces and arm pieces that you would use to hold the scythe or get on the motorcycle and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and take a look at some of her badass poses. So here is Celty's first pose. I exchanged her original torso with her cleavage torso, so she's busting out a little bit, and I think that is so sexy. I also replaced her helmet with her black smoke effect part, and I also have her arm raised up in the air as if she is cursing at somebody. Celty just has such a great style. Her black leather jumpsuit is so sexy. I love it. It's so cool. Her black boots are a nice touch, and everything about this Nendoroid just shows how much of a badass Celty is. Alright, so for Celty's next pose, she has her helmet on, her visor is actually up, revealing that she has no head, and she has her PDA out, and she has it up as if she's showing it to someone. So since Celty is a headless horseman, the only way she can communicate is through her PDA. While I really like this pose, and this is really true to the anime, I'm a little disappointed because when you look closely at the PDA, there's actually nothing written on there. So it would have been nice if there was like really miniaturized text, or even just squiggly lines mimicking text. So maybe I can just pick up a fine tip pen and put a little something on that PDA instead. Now for her third pose, we finally get to see Celty on her motorcycle, and it is really awesome. Her motorcycle is actually named Shooter, and like I said earlier, Shooter is actually a horse in disguise as a motorcycle, and Celty just looks really freaking amazing in this pose. I just really love that Celty came with her motorcycle, which of course, I mean, how could she not? But I am a little disappointed that the wheels on the motorcycle don't move. The only thing on the motorcycle that moves is the actual steering part, and it's just a little bit, it's not a whole lot. But with that said, it was actually pretty easy to get her on the motorcycle. I do have a suggestion though. So when putting Celty on the motorcycle, you probably want to put the hands on the handlebars first, and then you can insert Celty's arms while the hands are already holding the motorcycle. It's just a lot easier that way, and once she's on her motorcycle, you can position her in many different ways, so that is really cool. And for the last pose, I saved the best for last. Celty is flying through the air with her motorcycle with her scythe in hand, and damn does she look awesome! This is such an awesome pose. Like, you're not gonna see any other Nendoroid with a pose quite like this. This is a freaking amazing pose, and I freaking love it. So of course, Celty looking badass didn't come easy. This pose was a little difficult to put together. One, the scythe didn't always want to stay put while I was putting it on, and the motorcycle itself is only being held on by her right hand, so it could fall off at any moment. But I think it's pretty, yeah, it's pretty sturdy. So, and I also do want to note that her head's poseability is really nice. You can just move it side to side, back and forth. You can just move it in any directions, and this is just so cool. I love Celty. Alright, so that's gonna do it for today's review. Overall, I really love this Nendoroid. Celty is such a badass character, and she translates really well in miniaturized form. I really love her helmet. I love her design. Her scythe is so cool, and despite her motorcycle not looking as cool as I thought it would be, when she's actually on it and riding it, and in this pose, she does look pretty damn awesome and badass and just sexy as hell. So I would definitely recommend her. So truth be told, I'm actually not a big fan of the Durarara anime. I liked season 1, but I could never get past that point. So despite that, I'm still a fan of the Celty character, and when her Nendoroid got announced, I couldn't help but get it. And I'm glad I did, because this is a really cool Nendoroid. Ooh, Celty, you so fine, you blow my mind. Get it? Because she has no head. Alright, so that's gonna do it for today's review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure to check out my previous video in which we looked at Hajime from Gatchaman Crowds. That is a freaking adorable Nendoroid, so make sure to check that review out. So once again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Ciao ne!